New this morning, Hunter Biden is making headlines again, this time for a profanity-laced rant targeting some of the Democratic Party's biggest names. As the National News Desk's Angelo reports, this once again reveals cracks in the Democratic Party.
Hunter Biden, the gift that keeps giving if you're a Republican.
Him and everybody around him.
That's Hunter Biden going off on George Clooney, who wrote this op-ed in the New York Times calling on former President Biden to drop out last year. But Hunter didn't stop at Clooney. He came from the Democratic old guard, who he thinks gave Clooney the green light.
James Carville, who hasn't run a race in 40 years, and David Axelrod, who had one success in his political life, and that was Barack Obama. And that was because of Barack Obama, not because of David Axelrod.
Hunter's interview comes 1 year after his dad, former President Joe Biden, dropped out the race on July 21st, 2024. So where do Dems stand today? You have Barack Obama telling Democrats to toughen up, and David Axelrod, Obama's campaign strategist, telling Dems, don't cling to the past.
There are always new leaders, and you need to lift up these new leaders, and these new leaders have to lead.
Which is kind of ironic, because just a few weeks ago, the party basically pushed out their own Gen Z DNC chair, David Hogg, who threatened to primary Democrats.
We need a mass movement of young people who are running for office as a blood transfusion in this party.
Meanwhile, Democrats are tanking in the polls. A new CNN poll shows just 28% of Americans view the Democratic Party favorably, lower than President Donald Trump's, whose approval rating is in free fall, now dropping to 42% according to a new CBS News poll. But there's one thing Hunter Biden says Trump has over the Democrats.
Why do you think that the Republicans have an advantage over us? Because they're unified. They will go along with anything.
Well, maybe not one thing, this Epstein mess and the Republican fallout that is now unfolding. New polling from CBS News found that 49% of Republicans are not satisfied with how the Trump administration is handling the matter, compared to over 80% of Democrats and independents.